Don't light yourself on fire trying to keep other people warm. When I was younger, I made the mistake of people pleasing, and I thought that I was just helping people out for the sake of being helpful. I didn't really think much of it at the time, and I always thought if I helped somebody out, that they would one day return the favor for me. But the main point of me helping people was simply to be helpful because I thought it was the right thing to do. Now, by doing this, what I didn't realize when I was younger is that I was showing people that I'm always available and that my time isn't exactly valuable. Even if people don't see things that way at first, they definitely will the more they hear of you helping other people. I didn't realize this, okay? And it's annoying when I look back at it because you become such an easy target. People are always asking you for favors because you've shown them that you're always available. And I don't think you realize that you've done this, that you've put yourself in this position until you fully realize that you no longer have time for yourself. You're probably driving people around, you're probably lending people money. And yet when it comes to you asking for the favor, nobody shows up for you. You may lend a friend $200 and then you ask him for that $200 in return, or you ask him for $50 in return after he's paid you back and he says that he has no money to give you. Or you ask that friend for a lift to some place that you're going, which is literally maybe a 5 or 10 minute drive, and he can't seem to be available for you. He can't seem to make time for you. No matter how many times you may ask them, they don't show up. And I know lots of people look at the examples I've given and just say to themselves, well, that's just the environment that maybe he's put himself in, or the environment that other people have put themselves in. But that responsibility also falls on you. From the moment you meet somebody else, you're teaching them how to treat you. You're training them on how to treat you. So if you're constantly poking your neck out for them, not wanting to be rude, not wanting people to think that you've changed, of course they're going to have a certain perception of you. That's all your fault. You keep on saying yes to things, you keep on agreeing to things, then you end up frustrated with the people around you. When your friends ask to go out clubbing, you keep on saying yes. When they ask you to chip in for a taxi, you keep on saying yes. Meanwhile, in your head, you're thinking to yourself, you should have stayed at home. You're frustrated. You feel tired. But whose fault is that? It's all yours. I think that consistently doing something that you don't want to do is the biggest form of self-hate. It really is. It's the biggest form of betrayal. Because why on earth would you consistently put yourself through torments? You're going to end up resenting the people around you. You're going to end up resenting yourself. So that means that you're on trajectory to become a very sour person. I think you need to understand, right? Before you can be in service to other people, you have to be of service to yourself. That's the rule. That's the mindset that you should follow going forward. Because I think a lot of people pleasers, they want to be helpful, especially want to be seen as helpful by everyone. They want to be seen as helpful by everyone. They've built a foundation off of serving people, and that is the only way that they can receive validation. And it's a pretty sad way to live for the most part. I think that maybe some people out there can pull it off, but the large majority, they can't. They suffer in silence because they feel as if they always need to help somebody. And I think the only solution to this problem is to get comfortable disappointing people. Get comfortable doing it. Get comfortable in saying no. Because if everyone gets a vote in your life, then you never fully have control. You don't. You may as well sign your life over to them because, once again, you're more of service to them than you are to yourself. And I mean this when I say it. If you don't start saying no, it will be impossible to progress in your life. If everyone gets a vote in your life, like I said before, you will not progress. Nothing progressive happens. That means just saying no. You don't need to explain for 10 minutes because I'll tell you, I did that and it made me feel worse when I was in my people-pleasing phase. I just had to start saying no and get comfortable with saying no. If people press you for answers, just say that you're not available. It's as simple as that. You don't need to get into a lengthy explanation. And you'll notice something. It's either people respect your boundaries or they get annoyed. And pay attention to the ones who get annoyed because they never really had your best interests at heart. They just benefited from you having no boundaries. Your attention is finite and not everyone deserves unlimited access to your attention. So having yapped for the past 5 minutes, I would say that a mentality that's really helped me is that every hour that I give to somebody else is an hour that I can't spend building my own life. Now, some people may say, hey JP, that's a bit extreme. I don't really care. That's what works for me, and it may work for some of you going forward too. Help people, be reliable, be generous, but be very selective of who you offer these 3 privileges to. Like I said, your attention is finite. The main message that I wanted to put out today is that you shouldn't be so obsessed with somebody else's life that you become a ghost in your own, because you're going to look back in maybe about 5 years time and wonder why everybody else is doing so much better than you. It's because they were focused on their lives, and so were you. You were also focused on their lives instead of your own. But yeah, that's the main message that I wanted to get across today. I'm sure it's been pretty well received. I'm sure you will take this on board and use it in whatever way you can. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe. Share it to a friend or family member who may need to see and hear this video. And if you guys want to join a community full of like-minded men on the path of self-development, then I'll leave a link down below to the Kaizen Club. I'd love to have absolutely all of you in there. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care and God bless.